Finally got a ranked game from the red side. Here we're playing Thresh top. We got a Vel'Kar's mid again, and a Yasuo Nautilus boss lane. So this was interesting because you never know with Yasuos, they could feed, they could int, they could be bad, especially in low elo, which this game is. And we're up against Teemo. So Teemo is a fun matchup, because funny matchup, because he can either kick your ass or just be a joke. The first kind of laning phase moment always sucks because Teemo just beats you. He has the blind, he's got the dots, and you don't have AD yet. When you do get AD, you can actually take short trades with Teemo and come out on top, because that E burst is just so good. And if you've got Fleet for sustain or Grasp for poke and sustain, which I don't really do anymore, or even PCA, then you can start taking some really good trades. If you take PTA and you're behind against Teemo though, it really sucks, because he will blind you, he will do more damage than you. And it really depends on Teemo's rune as well. Like this one has Dark Harvest. I need to be at 50% for him to even do anything about that. So if I'm not at 50%, he's runeless. You know, that's why pressy attack Teemos and even like airy Teemos and grasp Teemos, which I think don't really happen anymore for some reason, are much better. So I don't know why I go for the Flay there. I think I wanted to soften up the wave, and I take a Dark Harvest hit. That was not worth it. I should have just let it crash. Or maybe not. Maybe that would have led to tower damage, but it's pre-5 minute. It's fine. Yeah, a bit of a gank, but I can't do anything about it because I've got the huge wave, but it does give me a little bit of breathing room. That's pretty nice. Okay. Get the last hit. So we got Fleet Footwork for our rune. That gives us sustain into the Teemo matchup, which is really good. We got the Doran Shield to sustain as well. Remember, Thresh sustain naturally sucks. You do want a little bit of help with this. We got Magic Resist rune as well, as our armor climbs up through souls. Both armor and magic resist are effective into Teemo, so that's good. We got a big castaway, so we decided to hook him in. He still gets a Dark Harvest proc, which is a little irritating. But we've done some damage, and we might be able to do something here. So, slow down the replay to normal speed, because Nocturne's coming in, and I'm coming close enough to bait. I don't want to get killed by Teemo. He does have Ignite. Unfortunately, the Nocturne tether was supposed to be extended there by the flash by Nocturne, but Teemo flashes just a second earlier, or half a second earlier, so the tether is broken before Nocturne's flash, which is a little sad. But I once again get some breathing room, and that's really important, because getting those first power spikes, those first few items into the Teemo matchup is really important. If you're unable to get them, then you'll have a problem. But as you can see, we're going to try a cheeky kill here. Now, if we went back and teleported, like if we bought Pickaxe, he'd be dead, 100%. But we didn't. We have no extra damage. We don't have a damaged rune. That's why Teemo's not dead. But we did, however, get his Ignite in exchange for my Ghost. Okay, now we got Vamp Scepter, because we wanted an AD carry just in case Yasuo didn't work out. You can go Wit's End into him instead. They do have Viego, and that's kind of informed my decision to go Shield Bow instead. Shield Bow, I think I can say I can no longer call it experimental. It's pretty decent top lane, but if you don't get ahead, it's really bad. So taking it into Teemo is a bit of a risk, but the Vamp Scepter sustain is good anyway. Like, despite Omnivamp being objectively better than Lifesteal on Thresh due to his magic damage nature, unfortunately, Goredrinker, I think Shield Bow is better. I might play more with Goredrinker, and then we'll see what we can think about it. But it just feels like Shield Bow is better. It does have it's offensively statted. It kind of has health in its shield passive. Here, we're just taking these hits from Teemo. But it's okay because we got the jungler coming up. Remember, ranged top laners like Teemo are especially weak to ganks. That includes stuff like Vayne Top. So if you have that kind of thing, cry to your jungler shamelessly and until they come. Right, Bard appears top lane, and heck if I know why. We got 2 more longswords for the Noon Quiver. That's going to give us that extra trading. Look at that. We've got a shield. He doesn't. Even if he blinds me, the first attack's going to go through as long as he didn't cast the blind before I auto. Now, he's going to poison me here, which is really bad for him. The Q doesn't poison, but the auto attack he did before the hook landed did. So he's going to get hooked in, and we can commit a box because we know... Apparently his flash is up. Maybe it only just came up, or maybe he just gave up. In any case, we could have just ghosted to chase, so it would have been fine, because it's top lane, it's very long lane. We're going to get 1 plate, we're going to go for a 2. We get 2, Teemo's back. Recall. Get Berserker's Greaves to get back to lane fast. Remember that your XP advantage and your maintaining a CS lead is more important than finishing shield bow right now. Like, I don't need the shield bow power spike. It's a really good power spike, but Berserker's Greaves is a power spike on its own as well. Clear up the wave. We're looking at Rift Herald, and we're looking for the enemy team. Viego was just kind of soloing it, so I ghost after him, which is a little bit much. Trying to wait for Teemo. Teemo's just disappeared from the lane. But that's when we see on the minimap, Teemo's just started doing Herald on his own. He ran back and started doing Herald. Like, what's going on here? Now, I want blue buff, so I start it. Nocturne starts Herald. He doesn't really... He's not looking over here, I suppose. I do land the hook on Viego here, and Viego's focusing the blue buff while I'm focusing him, so I clearly want him dead. It's a little bit of a shame, because if we just went on him in the first place, he would 100% have died. I also could have, hooked better. I hooked first to CC him. That's so we would be able to burst him down, but we weren't there. We had two different minds. Push up and back. That's a shield bow, which kind of, as long as passive is open, gives you more health and the enemy doesn't build Serpent's Fang. Most enemies do not build Serpent's Fang. Maybe in high elo, but in low elo, no one even knows what the fuck that is. Everyone is, using recommended items or their Mobifier build or whatever. Bit of a funny golden celebration from Bard here. I'm going to teleport straight to top just to make sure Teemo doesn't get any kind of tower gold. Now, plates have already fallen, but yeah, that's irrelevant. But did not want him pushing. I could have stayed because I thought we killed their jungler. I thought Garen was the jungler, but he's actually the mid laner. He just so happened to be doing our blue buff. Whenever Teemo steps up, I can just flay him in and get us Mortos in. We've got the Vamp Scepter, or rather the Immortal Shield Bow Lifesteal. We win extended trades with Teemo now. Especially with his Dark Arms build. He decides to just ult and back away to try and prevent the tower from being taken. We're going to push up again with the tower. Cannon minions. Do it. He's back up here. Again, the Fleet Footwork, the Lantern Shield. With Fleet Footwork as well, you can take Overheal, which is going to help you kind of win trades even from full health. So, pretty good. Now we get Magic Resist going into Wit's End. What I do like as a snowball build is to take Storm Razor. That actually works quite well with Pressy Attack. Pressy Attack's not going to amplify the damage of Storm Razor, but the Storm Razor slow helps you finish Pressy Attack. Kind of a roundabout way. It's just two big things that do damage. It's like good stuff to, together. I ult a bit early because I thought Viego was coming, and he is coming. He's just a bit late. Check out this jungle. Rotate. Enemy team is here. Viego's just kind of doing stuff. Viego's 1-2 at the moment. Got his Divine Cinder. We're going to push down mid lane. Nautilus tries to land hooks. The enemy goes really close into a flay for some reason. And then we just get him. Enemy team is coming in. No Lantern. And Nautilus will die. We aren't able to do enough damage when we do the initiation, and we're a bit close. Now, with the enemy of our Yasuo, going behind them for the flank, very, very, very confidently we're able to take the initiative, Nocturne ult in. I think if we didn't do that, or if we didn't see it, like if we, were a little bronze, Yasuo could have died, and then he could have either flamed the team for not coming in, or, feeling stupid. One way or another. Gonna take that soul. And head over to Dragon just to support it and maybe get those 2 souls. Gonna take the red buff as well, because it's up. Enemy Viego coming in to try and steal, but we were camping it already. Nautilus lands a hook. We land a hook off Naught's hook. Garen is going to get the top turret, but he is low health. Meaning we can hook the wave, that was meant for the wave by the way, ghost, and then chase, because he can't escape. He's lower level than I am. He's a mid laner who's been dying a lot, and I'm a top laner who has been clearing the wave a lot and winning. So, he's dead. Yeah, we take those. If you have the advantage, push it. Taking Crooks for souls as well. Always farming. We're doing so stupidly well this game, 24-8. But like I said, this is the second channel. We can post whatever we want now. And it's replays anyway. So the reason that we're posting on the second channel, I've said this a few times already, but I don't know which one of these is going to be the first replay commentary you watch on the second channel, is I don't want to clog up the main channel when people are looking forward to like LOL History, which is not officially a playlist yet, and before the rework. stuff like that. I don't want to clog it up. So the gameplay that's going to be on there is going to be more polished from the streams, live games, because that's what people like. I feel a little guilty every time I post a replay commentary because not everyone likes it. Some people do like it, but I think it's best if there's some people just migrate over here. And heck, you might like some of the non-league content that ends up here as well. That doesn't mean that the main channel is now going to be focused on league content. It is, because it always is, but it does mean that polished content is going to go to the main channel. Some second channel content will be polished as well. Let's say if I want to make a PSO2 video and I'm going to polish it, unless I've like dedicated my heart and soul to it like Shiva.exe back in the day, it's going on second channel. If I did some kind of big commentary, documentary thing for PSO2, then I'd probably put it on the main channel because I want it to get as much attention as possible. And there's a specific idea for that, and there's a specific reason I would post that or even think about making that. That hasn't happened yet, and I don't want to be on, you know, any kind of bandwagon with that kind of content. So for now, chill content and stuff like that, but with a league or not, is going to be on here, on the second channel. Whereas the main channel was where it's all going to be polished, it's all going to have the editing. We smite because someone else fails. Let's see who failed. Was it Nocturne or Viego? Oh, it could have been either of them. In fact, they might, but it might, what? Sorry, I'm having a stroke. I think they both smited. Someone might have smited a champion though. It's hard to tell. Anyway, we got Baron, we got Dragon Soul. Like, we fucking win. Like, what can the enemy do? This is where they dramatically turn it around. We are tower diving. That's okay because Nort is tanking. We get Nocturnal in as well. Garen trying his very, very best. I'm going for the Teemo because we've definitely already got Garen. Garen damage kind of scary there. Poor Viego trying to just walk in and be relevant. But he is going to die. Twitch comes in. I think someone goes a bit too deep there. Yeah, Vel'Koz. He still kills Twitch, so it's alright. Bam bam. Turret is dead. Apparently reports Viego and Garen. Cole mid laner says Bard. I don't know what that means. And that's a victory. That's 3-0-12. So we're just doing our thing in top lane while the rest of the game kind of happens. But you can't say we did nothing. Right? Maybe you can. If you can, comment it down below for the algorithm. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this game. Trying to post often to the second channel to kind of populate it. Whenever I get a semi-interesting game, I can just throw it on here with some commentary. As long as I've had a coffee and I feel good, and we can keep doing this. Hope you enjoyed. Remember to subscribe to the second channel if you like this kind of content. Or any kind of cryo content, because we got all sorts on here. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.